Hey guys, this is Justin. Welcome to another video. Very exciting one today because we just got the brand new Ahsoka trailer. I could not be more excited. I thought the trailer looked great. As always, when we do these trailer breakdowns, I've got a specific format. We play it through once, minimal commentary, not too many stops. Then I go through sort of scene by scene, telling you guys everything that I noticed, giving my general impressions, until I honestly feel like I've said all I want to say. Now, if you want to watch the trailer without my yapping, I'm going to include a link down in the description. With that being said, let's get started. I'm going to turn the audio up a bit too. There are, of course, subtitles. Baylan and Shin's design, just awesome. Ray Stevenson's death is going to be a bit of a shadow over this show. It's just so unfortunate, not just for the character, but just because I think a lot of people are really going to come to like him. Interesting Jedi iconography, I would say. We'll talk about that too. This scene is very interesting. Some sort of map, I'm guessing. New MC80 Home 1 model looks beautiful.
That's why I'm trying to convince you to help me prevent another one.
Hera's eyes are very green.
You and I both know who could help you with this.
Blue, maybe, I don't know.
She's still just as stubborn as
So the relationship between Ahsoka and Sabine has obviously developed quite a bit in the off-season. And of course the E-Wing there. It looks so good. We'll talk about that.
You never made things easy for me, Master.
Interesting little droid there.
As a Jedi, sometimes you have to make
Turn up Ezra.
no one else can. But I'm counting on you to see this through.
Looks great.
Nice haircut.
I love seeing that mural too. It's my Twitter banner for a while.
Sometimes we have to do what's right, regardless of our personal feelings.
It's such a clever way to integrate like the animation with the live action.
Don't stop Thrawn. Everything will be.
There he is. There's Big Blue.
You have no power.
Oh yeah, there's. You can see her Padawan braid more clearly there. You can hear Vader's breathing, of course.
Once a rebel, always a rebel.
Yeah, the sets look much better than they do in some shows here. Like that looks like it's very convincing wide open space. So, all right. Let's again, if you want to watch the whole thing without my yapping, it is linked down in the description. But let's kind of watch it through. Right off the bat, this looks like an Edda class interceptor, I believe it is. Edda class interceptor. Edda class shuttle. Don't come to me for shuttle talk. But yeah, one thing that I find interesting is that at the beginning of this scene, yeah, you can tell from the front that this does appear to be an Edda shuttle. They don't appear to be scared at the beginning. Like, I think they do think they're Jedi, based on the next statement. So they're sort of coming almost like a, you know, on a diplomatic mission, but obviously not. My first thought when watching this scene is that it's going to kind of mirror the beginning of the Thrawn trilogy, which Heir to the Empire starts off with Thrawn attacking a New Republic convoy. So I thought maybe we get the same thing with Baylan and Shin here, but I think based on some context clues later on, this probably happens later. Or probably happens not at the beginning, rather.
War is inevitable.
But watch Shin's movement. She's like, she moves like an animal. Almost in like a Darth Maul, where she's like just a pure weapon, which I think is kind of interesting.
In order to create.
And these New Republic guys have no chance. We do see some, for my ship nerds, there's lots to talk about in this video. We do see a New Republic A-Wing here. It's got the, you know, blue stripe. There's also earlier on, you can see an X-Wing in the back too. That's being worked on. So I talked about the class of this ship here. It obviously, well, not obviously, but I did a whole video on that. It looks somewhat like the MC-30 that appeared in Star Wars Legends, which itself is based on concept art for Mon Calamari cruisers. Based on the fact that this does have so many warships on board, I'm guessing it's not just a pure transport. And the only reason I sort of make that, or clarify on that, is because the audio descriptions for the first trailer called it a transport. which there's no audio, there's no descriptive audio yet when it comes on Disney Plus.
One must destroy
That's
in order to create.
that's when we'll find out more.
We are no Jedi.
Yeah, so looks like he tricked his way on board, maybe. What they're looking for? I don't know. If you haven't read the Thrawn trilogy, a lot of what it's about is Thrawn collecting all of these little pieces, these things, whether it's the cloaking devices or the cloning chambers, or the Dark Fleet, or Dark Force, rather. So I think we're going to see the bad guys get up to some of that in this as well.
Thrawn's return as heir to the Empire.
This is all stuff we've seen. This location's interesting. We do see there's sort of a, I think it's a map around it, but what this looks like most to me, and it's not, but what it looks like is Tython. Especially as it appeared in, I mean, not especially, Tython as it appeared in The Mandalorian, where it had those, it was like a power nexus almost. Tython only has sort of one ring of these pillars. This obviously has two, so I'm not saying it's the same place, but it sort of has that same look where I'm guessing this is some sort of force-based installation that's going to help them track where Thrawn is.
What happens when we find Thrawn?
Yeah, I mean, she said it, right? Get a look at the galaxy map here. Very nice.
Such as you've never.
So I kind of wonder what sort of power do they think they can get from Thrawn? Because these are dark Jedi. Like, these aren't military commanders. So Thrawn obviously has access to something that's not just pure military strength. And notice the rocks.
Such as you.
They're sort of like activating.
Power.
Nice little detail. You also see a look at a couple of ships here. We'll get a better look at them later on in the trailer too.
As you've never dreamed.
So what they're trying to raid this ship for, who knows? But it's clear that they're after something. Okay, so beautiful shot of the New Republic fleet here. This is one of the nicer looks at the MC-80 Home 1 I think we've ever gotten. Clearly a new model. There have been some weird MC-80 models in canon. This is not one of them. And we can see, get a better look at these frigates here. I really love their design. They're just escort ships. Alongside that, we do have CR-90s, Hammerheads, which is really nice to see, especially given the Rebels connection, and Nebulon Bs. And it looks like there's at least 4 of these frigates, or whatever they are. So I'm guessing, given that we see 3 in the other trailer, that one of them is split off from the fleet to go do something, and it's after that point that Shin and Balin attack. Now I'm wondering, this is obviously a populated world. Is it Coruscant? Probably not, but it could be Chandrilla or Corellia or really any number of worlds now in the New Republic. I kind of wonder what this... See if I can get a look at... There is another ship that seems to pass by just the bottom here. I can't... Oh, it's a hammerhead, I think. I think it's the top of a hammerhead. Like, I think it's this part of the hammerhead, but I can't... I don't know for sure. It could also be the command tower on one of these frigates.
I've spent most of my life fighting a war.
I still have no idea what's going on this scene. My guess is that this is probably just how the audience is introduced to Hera. Like, she's on some random mission. Interesting. I do kind of wonder whether this could be Mon Calamari here. So it looks like there's a massive city. In the last show, I think there was a kind of more of a cloud behind Chopper here. Chopper just looks phenomenal. Unsurprising, he's a droid. They always translate super well to live action. But it looks like there's a city built on the water. So I wonder if this is Mon Calamari, and then if we want to go that direction, I mean, there's no reason why this couldn't be either. I don't see any real terrestrial signs. But yes, that thing is shooting whatever that is. It reminds me of the mole miners. Like, this reminds me of the mole miners from the Thrawn trilogy. But this, for those who don't know, is the Phantom 2. It's sort of like a little extra pod that attaches to the Ghost. And if you're for some reason really familiar with the Clone Wars but not Star Wars Rebels, you may identify this as a CIS shuttle, which it is.
That's why I'm trying to convince.
So we get a good look at some New Republic Council here, including Mon Mothma.
You to help me.
And these are two characters. I already forget their names, but they're in the Lego set that was recently leaked.
Prevent another one.
Mon Mothma just looks phenomenal. And such a good argument, I think, for not using the AI face replacements and instead just choosing a new actor. Now, it's a lot easier with Mon Mothma, where she's, you know, at best a side character before her new projects. Like in Return of the Jedi, she's in one scene. So, yeah, I mean, I kind of wonder if they had stuck with recasting another character and had put them in a bunch of things, like if they had in The Mandalorian, I'm not saying this would have been better, chosen an actor for Luke, and maybe we'd see him 3 times now, whether we would have felt okay about it. See another one of those frigates there. I think, anyway. Big ship. We got a Gonk droid, we got lots of New Republic droids, and mostly humans, I think. I think this is the same guy as before. To me, this looks like an intelligence officer's uniform.
You and I both know who could help you with this.
All right, so let's talk about Sabine. A lot of people are going to watch this trailer and say, okay, Sabine is Force sensitive now. I don't know. That's not really what I'm getting at this. Is she being trained by Ahsoka? Yes. Is she able to handle a lightsaber? Yes. But we already knew those. We knew the lightsaber bit from Star Wars Rebels, where she proves to be very competent with the darksaber. I wouldn't hate if she were Force sensitive. I'm not sure if it's something I want, though. But oh man, the E-wing, they absolutely nailed the design. Like this ship is perfect. It looks exactly like I wanted it to. Like this profile shot here, so good. Oh, look at the little Lothcat on her helmet. I totally got off track, I think, talking about the E-wing, but yeah, I'm guessing that Ahsoka just or Ezra wanted her to continue to serve in some way, and that's where she is now. Obviously, she had some sort of split up with Ahsoka, which led to them no longer training together. Kind of interested to learn about that. But this scene itself really sums up a lot of why I'm so excited for this show. It has aspects of Rebels, which I love. This big highway on Lothal they're on the very first episode, and many other times. And then ripped out of Legends, a New Republic E-wing.
Anakin never got to finish my training. I walked away from him.
I love the Clone Wars reference as well.
Just like I walked away from Sabine.
I wonder why Ahsoka left.
You never made things.
It's kind of interesting. Obviously a map of something. Planning a mission maybe. Maybe this is the wherever that portal is or whatever. Yeah, Lothal's looking good. Seems like this is probably cleverly edited. I don't think there are 2 E-wings. I think the second part takes place significantly after the first scene. But yeah, this is the E-wing we saw. We got a leaked trailer and we saw this, and I really reflected on the fact that I'm too much of a Star Wars nerd because I identified as an E-wing right away, even though it was microwave quality recording. In Legends, E-wings needed special droids to operate. And this definitely looks like, I mean, it's not an R2 unit. It looks pretty advanced. This might even be like some early BB unit. It looks like something's exploding on its head too. Oh, it's just like like an anime surprise face. But yeah, I wonder if this could be an early BB unit. We know from Aftermath that they were around at this point. Maybe they're needed to fly the E-wings.
Master.
As a Jedi,
I love how she marked the hell out of his room.
But I'm counting on you to see this through.
Nice haircut.
Yeah, I know I talked about this before, but the choice to incorporate the mural from and use the same animation style, just excellent. I love that. Same with everything on her helmet. It's just so great. It's almost like you can imagine Rebels is now just her telling the story of what happened. So this planet's interesting. Obviously we saw it in the first trailer. It's some sort of shipbreaking yard. And as I pointed out when the teaser came out, you can see in the very background in some shots. You'll just have to trust me, but you can see in the background of some shots New Republic or Imperial Star Destroyers. My kind of wild out there theory is that she's looking for something from Thrawn's fleet. You know, like workers are just like, what's going on here?
Sometimes we have to do what's right, regardless of our personal feelings.
Okay, so you can see Ahsoka's ship here being chased by... Actually, we can't even see what she's being chased by here. Presumably not one of Shin and Balin's ships because... Okay, so it's... Whatever this is. It kind of looks like one of those Planetary Defense Force fighters from Star Wars X-Wing Alliance.
Buckle up.
But this other ship... Maybe we don't get a good look at it, but we do get to see the one from the Lego box art. Let me just take it a bit more slowly. We're not in a rush. Oh, it's this one right here. So this is kind of the front. It looks kind of like a Mustang fighter, but yeah. I like the World War II aircrafts with like the Gatling gun on the front, the Gatling laser gun. But it looks like they're fighting among Purrgil, which is interesting.
Thrawn, everything.
So there we go, our first look at Thrawn. Who is he standing next to? Very interesting. Not a stormtrooper, somebody in a helmet, but I think Thrawn looks great. Obviously, he's not saying anything or doing anything, so kind of a limited shot, but yeah, I'm happy with this. This is the same scene that was leaked at Star Wars Celebration.
Everything will be in vain.
So yeah, Shin even says, you have no power. And I'm guessing no power there means no force power. The only thing that sort of contradicts that, and I don't even think it is a contradiction, is earlier on, I forgot to mention this, Ezra talks about, as a Jedi, sometimes you have to make decisions.
Make the decision no one else can. But I'm counting on you to see this through.
I'm guessing there's probably, between this part and this sentence, there's a message for Sabine specifically. I don't remember this line from the end of Star Wars Rebels, so I'm guessing this is a second message he recorded just for her, just for his bae. He says, hey, don't trash my apartment while I'm gone. You can hang there, though.
If we don't stop Thrawn, everything will be in vain. You have no power.
Anakin spoke highly of you.
I'm very, very curious to learn about the relationship between Anakin and Balin.
I'm not.
Let's take a look at the... Was this something that... Is this engine always on this ship? 1 second. Just trying to... Where's the scene? Oh, here we go.
Stubborn as ever. Just as stubborn. She's still just...
Yeah, okay, it is. I had a crazy theory, but no, that's just an engine that's always there.
I'm not here to discuss.
I just forgot the ship can kind of rotate sometimes.
My past.
We have a lot of work to do.
Once a rebel, always a rebel.
I love how she's got the Phoenix emblem on her shoulder. Oh yeah, 2 more starfighters there, including one of these looks like the one that's destroyed by Sabine in the gunship, and this looks like the one in the Lego set. So But yeah, that's pretty much all I had for now, and I think my baby just woke up, so we're going to end it there. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Let me know your thought. 2-episode premiere. Did we know that? Anyway, see you soon.